At the hospital, Sheila just wants to help Finn and asks if what's wrong has to do with Steffy. Finn tells her that whatever he's got going on, he'll figure out. Sheila says no, she wants to help. He's her blood. Nothing can sever the relationship between a parent and a child. I miss you. She places her hands on his. I miss you and my grandchild so very much. Steffy puts Luna and Bill on notice. At Bill's place, Steffy asks Bill what the hell he was thinking. Luna killed 2 men and pinned it on her mother. She left her in a cage to die. Leaving your granddaughter without a mother, and you got her out of prison. Bill argues that she's still serving her sentence and can't leave the property. Steffy argues he can't control her. Bill grunts that he understands her in a way no one else does. Steffy protests. She manipulated him into thinking he was her father. This little bond he thinks they have is a lie. Bill says it's not. What Luna did was terrible, but she's a broken person and he can help her. Steffy asks if she's been there this entire time. Bill says no one could know, they wouldn't understand. Luna has been dealt a horrible hand. It doesn't justify her crimes, but she has her whole life to make up for it. Steffy says Luna is an evil person and belongs behind bars. She'll do everything in her power to make sure that happens. Bill taunts, you'll do everything in your power to put your husband's daughter back behind bars. To destroy any chance they have at a meaningful relationship. Really, Steffy, are you sure that's something you could do? Luna tells Steffy her life has been one bad dream after another. Steffy tells her to save the sob story. Luna argues that finding out that Finn is her father makes her believe she has some good in her too. Steffy says she has no good in her. She's a murderer. Luna argues that when Finn looked at her, he didn't see what she does. He saw his daughter. I could feel his love. She goes on about them connecting and bonding. You're a parent, you understand that. Steffy reminds her she killed 2 men, framed her mother. How did the child/parent bond work out for Poppy? Luna complains that she has no idea what it was like growing up with her. Finn was exactly what she was missing in her life. Luna wants to prove to Steffy, Bill, and Finn that she's a changed woman. Steffy screams, you are out of your mind. Turning to Bill, she says, and you, Bill, you are so naive. Bill says people change. Steffy hollers, enough. She doesn't want to hear it. Steffy doesn't care what Luna has to say. She killed 2 people. She doesn't care what kind of brides or strings Bill had to pull to get her out of prison. She will make it her personal mission to put her back behind bars. And you know me, Bill. I will do everything I can to protect my family. Luna yells, Steffy, I am your family. Steffy screams, no, you are not. You are nothing to me. You're especially nothing to Finn. You are not his daughter. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't want a life with you. What she thought she saw in his eyes wasn't love. It was pity. Luna shakes her head no. Steffy says, yes, it was. Luna, I know exactly who you are. You tried to kill me. I begged for my life. I wanted to see my children, and I searched for any ounce of humanity in your eyes. But I couldn't see it. It wasn't there. You just wanted me out of the way. I was just some kind of inconvenience to you. So I don't care if you think you have some connection to Finn, that he is in your blood. You're not his daughter. You never will be. Walks out on Carter, ever. And Steffy goes positively ballistic on Luna and Bill. At Bill's place, Steffy tells Luna that she's a monster. She doesn't know what Bill was thinking getting her out of jail, but that's exactly where she's headed. Luna feels terrible about what she did. Steffy snaps, not terrible enough to do your time, apparently. Luna hates herself for what she did, especially to Steffy, given that she's her dad's wife. Steffy tells her not to get too comfortable calling him that, as she'll never have a relationship with him again. Luna tells Steffy that Finn is her dad. Steffy says it doesn't matter. Luna says, of course it matters. She's a part of Finn, he's a part of her, and they're all family. Hayes is my brother now. Steffy hisses at her, don't you ever say his name again. Luna finally has her truth. If she'd known, everything would have been different. She pleads with Steffy not to take Finn away from her. Bill steps out of the shadows and says, Steffy. Steffy explodes. This monster tried to kill her. How could he take her in? How? Finn's surprise visitor. In Finn's office, he tells a patient over the phone that sometimes what you did in the past affects you today. This gives him pause. He disconnects and flashes to telling a shocked Steffi that Luna is at Bill's on house arrest. As Finn sighs, Sheila appears. Rough day. She just happened to be in the building and wanted to pop by. Finn tells his birth mother she shouldn't be there. I can't do this right now. Sheila can see it in his eyes. Something is wrong. Finn insists he's fine, but Sheila is undeterred. Pulling up a chair, she can tell something is weighing on him. Finn says she shouldn't even be there. She clucks. Oh, because of Steffi. Finn replies, no, because of you. Sheila is sorry for everything she's done, but her blood is running through his veins and through his child's veins. Finn frowns. Sheila goes on about the pain she's felt wanting to be close to her child. I lost out on the opportunity to be your mother, and that's a loss that I'm going to have to carry with me for the rest of my life. Hope wants Carter to tell Daphne to leave. At Forrester Creations, Hope urges Carter to tell Daphne it's time to go back to Paris. Today. Carter questions Hope. Hope asks why he's hesitating. Daphne crossed a line and betrayed their trust, so she has to go. Isn't that right, Carter? Hope declares that Daphne has no respect for them or Forrester. Daphne denies that's true, but this isn't Forrester. She asks Carter if he thinks the company is better without the Forresters. Hope says Daphne is trying to make him feel guilty. Daphne says she doesn't have to. Look at him. Taking Forrester from his family is killing him. She didn't expect to admire Carter when she arrived, but was surprised to find he has principles and values. Hope narrows her eyes. Unlike me. Daphne says Carter lost his way, but this is exactly who Hope is. The takeover idea tortured Carter, but did his loving companion try to stop him or see it as an opportunity? Open your eyes. Hope's using you. Hope says this narrative about her using people is getting old. She spent years building a successful line. Daphne muses. Then you were fired. Your line was killed. What changed? Hope thinks Daphne has been talking to Steffi, but Daphne informs her she's been there long enough to make up her own mind. Carter's a good man who lost his way to defend Hope. Carter says, I didn't. Daphne says, what? Lose your way? Yes, you did. Because of her. Hope sneers, you don't know anything about us. Daphne says she and Carter have spent a lot of time together exchanging stories. Hope has done nothing but support him. She thinks Daphne wants her man. She asks Carter again to tell the perfumer to leave Forrester and never come back. Carter tells Hope he loves her, but asking Daphne to leave would be a mistake. Surely she can relate to how one kiss can happen. Hope fumes, you want Daphne to stay. Carter tells her, yes, it's best for the company if Daphne doesn't go back to Paris. Daphne smiles and Hope glares. Hope cannot believe Carter is siding with Daphne. He's siding with Forrester. Carter reminds her they took over this company to run it without judgment. Hope says, she kissed you. Carter tells Hope, she apologized. They need to show Daphne the same grace they wished Steffi had shown her. Hope argues that Steffi's in her head. She's accusing her of using him. Carter says it's about the fragrance, not what she thinks. None of it matters. He feels it's imperative that Daphne stays on in Los Angeles. Hope walks out. Carter soon follows. Once alone, Daphne throws her passport back in her handbag and muses, Quelle, the mot dramatique. What a dramatic family in French.